Hey hustlers, Miles here. Hope you're having a great day. In today's video, we're going to go over how to future-proof your Etsy store. Let's get into it. So welcome back to Hustle Endeavor. Please like, subscribe and hit the notification bell if you like this video. If you're new here on this channel, all about hustling hard today for a better tomorrow by building profitable income streams online. And the income stream we're all working on at the moment is Etsy. So let's get into the topic of the video. How to future-proof your Etsy store. So whenever we build businesses, guys, at least my philosophy is we should build things for the long term. We shouldn't aim for short-term results. We want long-term results. We want to be making money 10, 20, 30 years from now. We don't want to just make loads of money for a month and then make none the next, okay? So that's why future-proofing your Etsy store is so important. Also, when we're building businesses, we don't want to rely on hope. We don't want to hope that we're going to make money. We don't want to hope that we're going to make sales. You know, we want to control as many variables as we can to make it more than likely the results we want are going to happen, okay? So one thing that I like to do, I especially used to use this when I used to help clients with branding, is called a SWOT analysis. And if you haven't done so already, or if you're not using this right now in your business, you need to start to use it immediately, okay? It's fantastic. Nothing ever stays the same. So Etsy as it is now is not going to be the same Etsy in 5 years from now. So if you're thinking that, you know, you're going to build a store and, you know, you're just going to do this and it's all going to stay the same, that's a myth. You're going to have to be able to adapt as everything changes. And by doing a SWOT analysis, it's a very good way of helping you sort of foreshadow things that might happen, evaluate your weaknesses, and as I said, be able to course correct or pivot your store to stay ahead and to stay up with the times. A SWOT analysis essentially stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So before you start your SWOT analysis, you want to look at all of your competitors in whatever niche you're in. You know, you want to, you know, take a look what they're doing well, you know, what their weaknesses, what their you know, what their strengths, okay? So once you've done that, grab a piece of paper and put S in one column, W in one column, O in one column, and T in the other one, okay? So in the first column, you're going to write all the strengths that your store do. You know, you need to be honest with yourself, okay? Otherwise this is not going to work. This analysis is not going to work. And sometimes it can be hard to say that your designs are rubbish and compared to other people, but you know, that's what you're going to have to do if you want to succeed, okay? So write down your strengths. That could be anything. It could be your designs, it could be your product images, it could be your branding, whatever it is. Write that down. Now in the next column, write your weaknesses. What do other people do better than you? You know, have other people got a more compelling USP? Have other people got better product images than you in your particular niche or area that you're trying to target? You know, write it down. Okay. So next one is opportunities. So what opportunities are there in your niche or in your category of products? Perhaps there's an underserved market that you could target. Perhaps every competitor is selling this, for example, that you look in the reviews of your competitors and you find that none of their mugs they're selling are dishwasher safe. So what does that mean? That means that you could potentially come out with a dishwasher safe mug. Simplistic example, but there you go. So you want to write down all your opportunities in your marketplace that you could see potentially. So last one is threats. You want to write down what threats are there. Is there an up and coming competitor in your marketplace? You know, has Etsy made a policy change that could affect you? Has Printful made a policy change? Whatever it is, you want to write it down in the last box, okay? So once you've done all of this, once you've been honest with yourself and your business, your weaknesses, your strengths, you've essentially got a roadmap of what you need to do to get to your next goal. Okay, so let's say in your particular niche, one of your weaknesses is that and you've evaluated that your product images are not as good as the competitors in your marketplace. What does that mean you need to do? That means that you need to improve your product images. Okay, let's say that you in your threats, let's say that you Printful has made a policy change, for example, or they've upped their prices. What could you do to evaluate? What could you potentially do to combat that? Perhaps there's another provider you could move to. Perhaps you could move from print on demand to wholesale. So everything is there. The whole roadmap is there, and you want to do this when you start in your Etsy store, or if you've started. You want to do this every 2 to 3 months or every quarter, so that you can stay ahead of the times and future-proof your Etsy store. So I hope you like the video. If you like this sort of content and you want to learn more, I am coming out with a new course. It's going to be out fairly soon. So links in the description. Please sign up to the early bird waiting list, and you'll be notified when it's released. Again, if you like this video, please like and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell, and let me know how you're getting on with your Etsy stores in the comment section below. Keep hustling, and I'll see you in the next one.